One song was love, someone's other love. My mother was her son. I've been a rambling man without a plan, just shot right from a gun. Yeah, I've folded, I've been scolded, and I had my share of fun. Now they're handing me the keys to the kingdom. Young man, I was you. Don't look like it's true, but young man, I was new.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Minnesota Twins. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Just about ready to go, and on the hill, Joe Ryan.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone?
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Banks off the wall, throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now the number 2 hitter, Isaac Paredes. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Well, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Man at second. Puts a bunt down. Castro to first. One out in the top of the first. Now we check out the Astros lineup. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now it's Christian Walker. Up the middle. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first. And that's a great play for the out. So the Astros lead 1, and now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Target Field, and on the mound today, Hunter Brown.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's one down.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Foul ball still 0-2. 1 out, base is empty. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pinch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
1 out. Runner at second. Here's Byron Buxton. That one fouled off. That catches the corner.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
That takes care of Buxton.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Ball one, no strike.
In the dirt, blocked. Man on second, 2 down. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. Correa up to third on the wild pitch.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base.
And that gets down for a base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
2 outs, runner at first. Ty France, the next Twin up to hit. Larnach off of first with 2 away. France in his 6th season, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. That one missed, now 3-0.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Swinging a foul straight back.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
In the dirt, now 1-2. In the air, left field. Alvarez makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the 2nd from Minneapolis. It's the Twins 2 and the Astros nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Ryan back to work. Hit on the ground to short. Correa throws to first. And quickly 1 away in the 2nd. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Liner, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. For Joe Ryan, the journey so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school. Lays out and makes the play.
This opportunity was once in the
Zach DeZenzo up next for the Astros. Pickoff throw. Pena back on a dive. On a line out towards center. Snags it on the run. And that is that. 1 left for Houston, and they're down 2-0. And we're back. Here's the veteran outfielder, Harrison Bader. And that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. And now it's Christian Vasquez. Bader runs. That's it for a strike. Throw to second. Out.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
This to third, and that chance handled. Slings to first, and Vasquez is gone. And now for the Twins, Matt Wallner. Ripped, but it curls foul. 2 outs, base is empty. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Just missed. That one catches the zone. That's strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. On the ground, right side, Walker. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Twins 2 and the Astros nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Chas McCormick. On the ground to short, Correa. Fires across the diamond. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Doubled in his first AB. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's deep. And it hits the fence. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Ball 1 there. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now a chance for Christian Walker. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. France makes the play, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Carlos Correa. Foul ball there. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Fastball for a strike. In the air, right side. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. Byron Buxton, the next Twin up to hit. Hit hard, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Trevor Larnach. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
And that one fouled off. And that skips into the dirt. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Twins retired in short order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back in Minnesota, on to the fourth. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. Liner to second and picked on the hop. The throw, it's there, and that's a great play. And now Jeremy Pena, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Popped up. France. 2 up, 2 down. And next to hit for Houston, Brendan Rodgers. Here's a high chopper. Castro. On to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Astros are down quietly. They're down 2-1. Back at Target Field, John Chavi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Ty France. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Twins doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That one to first, and it goes just foul.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
This is Willie Castro. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. Swings through that one.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Julien measures 6 feet even, 25 years old, and he was born in Canada. And that's in there at the knees. 2 down, nobody on. That's a little bit low.
Down.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Down go the Twins in order. They lead it 2-1. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. And stepping in for the Astros, Zach DeZenzo. Ryan back to work. That one out to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Chas McCormick. And a foul ball. The Astros down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first in time.
Well, Bruce, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. That one outside. And that's ball 1. On the ground to third, Castro. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Next to hit, Isaac Paredes.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. In there at the knees. Altuve at second. Paredes at first. 2 out of the inning. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Here's the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Out to short, Correa. Got him on the off-balance throw. They limit the damage here. But the RBI single pushes across a run. 2-2 game. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Twins, Harrison Bader. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Well, these Twins need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Fought off foul. Brown winds and deals. And that one hit to first. Sneaks through, base hit. And that turns the lineup over. So the lineup flips over. Matt Wallner now at the plate. And that one fouled off. 0-1.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And that's a fair ball. He boots it around third. Still manages a throw.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Buxton now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss as he was late.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Larnach, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. That one misses. Ball 3.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 3-1. Swing and a ground ball down the line, and it's foul. And they're all loaded up.
He knew he had a little wiggle room with the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
2 out. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Brian Abreu.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
2 outs. And that's downstairs and outside. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Top of the 6th inning. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. And fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Pena in the box now, takes strike one. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Joe Ryan is done, and he really had to grind it out, but he does leave with the lead. New arm on the mound in a moment. A new arm into the game, the righty Bailey Ober. He's making his second appearance of the season. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Castro, 1 at second, back to first, and that is a double play.
Hey, they played the matchup right there, worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Zach DeZenzo up next for the Astros. And ball one to the right fielder. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Go ahead run on base. And now the center fielder, Chas McCormick. Not even close there. 1-0. Runner takes off. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Man at second. Hit on the ground to short. Correa whips it across. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the third baseman, Willie Castro. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
See the velocity 97 with that fastball. Stays alive. Drilled in the air out towards right center. DeZenzo brings it in, and there's 1 down. So up next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. That one misses, and that's ball 2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Bader in the box now. Takes strike 1. And that is out of play. Julien leads off first with 1 away. Swing Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Oh, right to the backstop. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. Struck him out looking.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Top of inning number 7. Jose Altuve up to hit here. And that one wrapped foul.
Well, these Astros doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Up the middle, Julian on the run, throw to first, and they get the out. Digging in, Isaac Paredes. Ober goes 6 feet 9 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swing and a miss.
0-2 with the count.
And there's a ball.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And that one upstairs. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Out towards right center field. Buxton settles underneath it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. back in Minnesota, set for the last half of the seventh. And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Slider clips the corner. And that's outside, and it's 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And it's even up. The shortstop takes the ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. So they turn to their closer, Josh Hader. Buxton in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Just missed. And that one in the air center field. McCormick makes the catch, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Griffin Jax
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Late swing fouled off. And it stays fair.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
And here is Yainer Diaz. That clips a corner.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, right side. And it's through for a hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Pena, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Go-ahead run at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Off the mark there, and that's ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul out of play. And it remains 2-2. Walker, the lead runner at second. Diaz at first with no outs.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Hit on the ground might be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. Over to first, safe. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's 2 down. And here is Zach DeZenzo.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Late swing, fouled off.
He's fallen behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Twins DH, Trevor Larnach. Inside, and that is ball 1. Fought off foul. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him! And 1 away. So up next, Ty France. First pitch, and he just misses. On the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Castro stands in now and watches strike 1. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Nothing doing here for the Twins, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. Back at Target Field, and the batter now, Chas McCormick. Jacks back to work. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. Into the second deck it goes. His first homer of the year. It's 4-3. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Griffin Jacks done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. On the mound now for the Twins, Danny Coulombe.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now, Jose Altuve. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
On the ground to third, and that goes foul.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
On the ground out to short. Whips it to first. And they get Altuve for the out.
Up next for the Astros,
Isaac Paredes digs in now. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to first. 2 down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
the first baseman, number 8, Christian.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back for the bottom of the 9th, and they'll go with a pinch hitter to get it started. Ryan Jeffers.
Just looking to get on here. Give them something to work with as they try to make a comeback.
Nice grab. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-2.
Hader is just 1 strike away. That one to first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning. They did just that today. Very well played ball game. Get this win on the road. Everybody's happy with the W.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
We need each other.